Trey Parker, Matt Stone in the news. They have struck a deal to buy Casa Bonita, the restaurant that was featured heavily in, I think it was a season 7 episode, I want to
I
say.
looked it up. It's 2003 is when that episode aired.
Okay.
That's
Because that is
insane.
honestly, if I made a list of my top 10 favorite South Park episodes, I would put that on there. That's one of the South Park episodes I have watched the most.
According to I think
Love that
Parker,
episode.
according to Parker, he said that's one of his top tens as well.
Yeah, that's a great episode. The way it builds and just the lengths that Cartman goes to Butters' or to go to the birthday party. It's Kyle's birthday party.
Yeah.
In the movie. That's a great episode, man. Just the way it ends, and it ends with Cartman having learned nothing. Like, it's just, I really love that episode through and through. And I liked what Parker said about purchasing this. The financial details of purchasing the restaurant were not disclosed, but he said that it was a fair price. And he said, really, it just boils down to this. It just feels natural. It feels like they should own Casa Bonita and kind of make it, I hope it's not so much a South Park museum as much as it is, there's going to be South Park memorabilia, and I would like to see that. But I hope it's also kind of true to the restaurant itself, and the detail and the experience that made them want to make the episode in the first place. That's what I can hope for. And before I throw it over to you, Dom, I'll just say this. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they were not eating ramen noodles before this deal. They were not eating ramen noodles, cup of noodles, whatever the hell. But they are wealthy men even now. They have struck a 6-year, $935 million pact with Viacom CBS. And we didn't talk about this because we weren't on the air the last couple of weeks. But we definitely would have talked about this in time. And this maybe will be a conversation for another day. And I feel like it's being underreported. They've got a deal now for 14 movies with Paramount Plus. 14 movies, South Park movies. Let me count how many they made. Let me count how many they've made of South Park movies. You got 3, carry the 2, one South Park movie in the last, since the show has been on since 97. We've gotten one South Park movie. Don't give me Imagination Land. That's 3 separate episodes. Don't give me the Coon trilogy. That's 3 separate episodes. Don't give me that. But so that's kind of surprising in and of itself. But these are very wealthy
Steve,
men. They just bought themselves a restaurant.
Do you know how much content they have? Like, it is 2021, Steve. Have you looked outside? They got so much shit to write about now. It's not like they were counterculture before in like the mid 2000s, like during the Iraq War, where they were like the edgy. I mean, they're still edgy now, but like it was particularly potent. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna show Osama bin Laden's dick, and like it's super tiny, and we're gonna make fun of all this stuff. We're gonna make fun of liberals too, and they're still doing that. Don't get me wrong, but it's like. Now it's like they're hardworking. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost like it's like coasting, man. It's like layups from here on out. Obviously, again, I want to emphasize it's still hard to make these things. I always say watch the documentary, the mini documentary, 6 Days to Air. That's an awesome behind the scenes.
Underrated.
It is fascinating because if they lose one day, that episode is not being released. That's how tight it is. However, again, yeah, dude, it's like they're making video games. They're buying like restaurants now. It's all good, man. They can do a Cannibal the Musical remake or just put it to Broadway now if they wanted. The world has been their oyster. Now it is their freaking playground. And you know what? I'm here for it because I've mentioned this before, and we're straying from the topic, but I mentioned this before. It's like there was a certain level of, honestly, not just South Park, but just Parker and Stone, where it's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're all you hate. What's the quote? I always butcher it. It's like
we hate conservatives, but we really hate liberals.
We really hate liberals. And I understand. There's a lot of stupid shit in Hollywood, a lot of stupid shit with the neoliberal Democratic establishment that we can absolutely should tear into. But like we got freaking Nazis on the street, man. And so it's like. I'm looking forward to them finally dishing out. And you know what? After that first the pandemic special, not pandemic special. It was it's the pandemic. It was the one where like they showed the cop abuse after.
Yes.
That sequence. Like, okay, this is what we came here to see. We're good. We got it. So it's like honestly, this is like, for me personally, this is like a breath of fresh air, and I'm down to watch every single one of those specials. I would be, I don't know about you, maybe it'd be too much,
Same.
but I would be
No,
down to review
no,
them.
same. I'll be there for him. I'll be there for him.
I'll watch them. And it's like a second wave, or second generation of this stuff. They've just been part of the American life since the 90s, and it is astounding how they have gone. Honestly, like, can you think of something else that has gone on for this long with this level of quality? I can't really think of much.
Arthur.
Okay, I relent. I relent. Anything else? I can't.
No, I know. I understand. No, because like let's be real here. I'm kind of saying that half facetiously to some degree, but no. South Park, like the thing that makes South Park, relevant is that, and I always go back, like when I watch the episodes, and we talked about this with the pandemic and vaccination special. Is that I always go back to the original episodes because I love the episodes that center around the kids because those episodes age very well. Maybe you get a celebrity cameo that didn't really age very well, like what the hell, Barbara Streisand or something like that, or Al Gore. But like most of the time, the original episodes where they focus on the kids, I always love those. The newer episodes, they're very good on their own right, but I feel like they age themselves faster.
Yes.
Just given the rapid fire climate and everything. But having said that seeing that sort of balls to the wall comedy, that anarchic spirit of like, we'll bash liberals just as quickly as we'll bash conservatives and this, that, and the other. This sort of like centrism of South Park in a way, where it's like the most offensive thing in South Park, in the world of South Park, is giving a shit or being passionate about something. That is whatever side you're on, that is the most offensive thing in the world of South Park, is giving a damn and putting forth effort.
And they directly address that in a very poignant episode where it features prominently the Stevie Nicks / Fleetwood Mac song Landslide. It's where Stan just hears everything as shit, and he just realizes he's battling depression and cynicism and all that stuff. And it also features Randy. He gets confused between the two. I'm just describing the episode now, but the sequence with him and Steamy Nicks, he's Steamy Ray Vaughn, and he's singing with Steamy. So good. Anyway, but yeah, dude, I'm.
They
here
still
for
resonate. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Getting back to Casa Bonita, the Casa Bonita story itself, I'm looking at some of these. I have looked up some of these pictures, and it's like, damn, they kind of nailed it for the show. As simple as the animation is, but like, no, that's what it is. It is a Treasure Island / Latino themed / Treasure Island kind of thing. Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing. And it's kind of ridiculous in and of itself. I'm kind of 50-50. So I've never been to a Casa Bonita. I've been to Dave & Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese. That's as close as I've been. Something else I feel like closer to, but regardless, I think I'm kind of 50-50 on if they make it a South Park land or not. Not like rip it out entirely, but if they just throw in a bunch of South Park shit on there, like, I don't know. Would you like a South Park night where some dude just
sure.
I'd
like what I would like, and I think I wouldn't be against that. And I mean, I've never even been to the damn restaurant, so I don't really have any connection to it. But like looking up pictures, I hope they keep the ethos of the restaurant. I'd like to see them put like South Park photos and stills and artwork around and whatnot. I think you have to do that. I really do. I just hope it doesn't become South Park Museum, where it's all South Park and none of the restaurant. I want the appeal of the restaurant intact at the end of the day. That's all I ask.
Again, never been to Casa Bonita. They need to do the Cartman Run, which is just...
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Oh, they do it?
No, I was just going to say they need to do that.
Yes, they need to do it, where they just recreate the final sequence of Cartman going through all the shit.
And honestly, then end with the dive.
End with the dive, which is a total liability, but end with the dive, and then you just float on your back, and you just say the legendary words, totally. And it's like... Totally. That is such a you said it earlier, that's such a quintessential Cartman episode. It's pretty much a template for, 30% of every South Park episode, which is just... Cartman is just increasingly doing a horrid shit to someone, usually Butters, and then it all comes collapsing, and he doesn't learn a goddamn thing, and I'm sorry. I'm just replaying the episode in my head now. I need to just sit down and watch it
That
on
that,
HBO
that
Max.
episode. It is on HBO Max because I watched it last summer. I think I was telling you guys and talking on the show. I watched probably 50 or 60 episodes of South Park, just random ones that I liked or ones I hadn't seen in so many years. And Casa Bonita was one I think I watched twice because I loved it that much. I love the scenes in the bomb shelter with Butters. I love the scene when he's trying to convince the garbage, the woman who works at the waste management place to repopulate the earth with them. You know, I love those moments. That's one of my top 10 favorite South Park episodes. I've always liked that one. Just for how it captures the ethos of the show. And again, why do I like that episode? It's focused on the characters. It's focused on the plot. It doesn't bring in celebrities and current events and stuff. Like it drops you into the world and it drops you into the characters. And I like it. And I like to me and my buddies have talked about Denver being a destination for a Broncos game because we want to try and see as many NFL games as we can, different stadiums. We want to go to Mile High Stadium and stuff. And we were talking about, they're like, when they finally take it over and open, and hopefully COVID's a thing of the past, or at least, as eradicated as it'll possibly get. We were talking with maybe 2023, taking a trip out to Denver. And they're like, I don't care if it's a 2.5 hour drive. We got to go to Casa Bonita.